There's a moment that comes for everyone in business. Someone offers you money. Good money. Money that would solve your problems right now. But there's a catch, a small one. They want you to cut a corner, skip a step, deliver less than you promised. Look the other way, and in that moment, you have to choose. Fast cash today, or something much harder to measure, something invisible, something most people don't even realize they're trading until it's gone. Stay with me, because this is the story of a man who had to make that choice. And what he decided didn't just save his business, it built an empire. His name was Tariq. And if you've ever been tempted to compromise just once, this story will change how you see every decision you make from this moment forward. Tariq Hassan was 32 years old, and he was drowning. Not in water, in debt, in pressure, in the constant crushing weight of trying to keep a business alive. 2 years ago, he'd started a web development agency. Small, just him and one junior developer working out of a shared workspace. He specialized in building custom e-commerce sites for small businesses. Clean code, mobile responsive, fast loading times, quality work. His clients loved him, but there weren't enough of them. Every month was the same calculation: workspace rent, software licenses, health insurance he bought himself, business loan payment, his developer's salary. And at the end of every month, Tariq would sit at his desk, stare at his bank balance and wonder, how much longer can I do this? His older brother, Kareem, worked in finance, made 6 figures, drove a nice car, owned a house. He'd say, "Tariq, why are you killing yourself? Just get a corporate job, you're talented. Any tech company would hire you." And part of him wanted to. God, it would be easier. But he'd started this business for a reason. He wanted to build something his, something that mattered. So he kept going. Barely. Then one Wednesday afternoon, everything changed. Tariq got an email from a company called NutraVibe, a supplement distributor, growing fast, venture-backed. The email was from their operations director. "We need a complete e-commerce platform rebuild, custom checkout, subscription functionality, inventory integration. We've seen your portfolio. We want to work with you. Budget $52,000. Timeline 8 weeks. Interested?" Tariq read it 3 times. $52,000. That was more than he'd made in the last 5 months combined. That would cover his loan payments for a year, pay off credit card debt, give him breathing room, maybe even hire another developer. He replied immediately, "Yes, absolutely. When can we start?" The kickoff call was the next day. Tariq met the operations director, a man named Tariq, late 30s, confident, fast-talking. "Tariq, we love your work. Clean architecture, user-friendly. That's exactly what we need. Thank you. I'm excited to, but here's the thing," Tariq interrupted. "We're launching a major promotion in 10 weeks, Black Friday, and we need this platform live 2 weeks before that, which means you have 8 weeks total." Tariq's stomach tightened. "That's tight. For that scope. Custom checkout, subscription system, full inventory integration. I'd normally quote 10 to 12 weeks. Tariq smiled. "Exactly. That's why we're paying $52,000. We know it's a rush." Tariq pulled up his project planning template, started calculating. Custom checkout flow, 2 weeks. Subscription functionality, 3 weeks. Inventory integration, 2 weeks. Testing and debugging, 2 weeks. Design implementation, 1 week. That was 10 weeks of work, and Tariq wanted it in 8. "Tariq, I want to be transparent. To do this right, proper testing, security audits, performance optimization, I'd need at least 10 weeks, maybe 12. Tariq's tone shifted, friendly but firm. "Tariq, I get it, but we can't move the timeline. Black Friday is locked in. Look, we don't need perfect. We need functional. Get us to launch. We can optimize later." Tariq felt his chest tighten. "But if we skip proper testing?" "We're not asking you to skip testing. Just streamline it. Focus on the critical paths. The checkout has to work. The subscription flow has to work. Everything else, we can patch it post-launch." Tariq wanted to say no. Every instinct told him this was wrong. But $52,000. That was his entire business saved. 6 months of runway. Security. Let me think about it, Tariq said. I'll get back to you by tomorrow. That night, Tariq couldn't sleep. He sat at his kitchen table, made 2 columns on a piece of paper. Take the project, $52,000. Loan paid off. Hire another developer. Business survives. Turn it down. Stay broke. Keep struggling. Might have to shut down. Start over. The choice seemed obvious, but something gnawed at him, a voice he couldn't silence. If you rush this, it will break. And when it breaks, your name is on it. The next morning, Tariq called his uncle, Samir. Samir was 64, ran a small construction company for 40 years, retired now, but Tariq respected him more than anyone. Uncle, I need advice. He explained the whole situation, the $52,000, the impossible timeline, the pressure to compromise. Samir was quiet for a long moment. Tariq, let me tell you about a project I took 30 years ago. He told the story. A developer wanted Samir to build a shopping center. Big project, $400,000 contract. Biggest job Samir had ever been offered. But the developer wanted it done in 6 months. Samir's estimate, 10 months. He told me the same thing your client is telling you. We don't need perfect. We need fast. Cut corners. We'll fix it later. What did you do? Tariq asked. I took the job, Samir said quietly. I needed the money, so I rushed. Used cheaper materials in places he wouldn't see. Skipped some structural reinforcements. Passed inspections because I knew the inspector. The building opened. The developer was happy. I got paid. Samir paused. 2 years later, part of the roof collapsed during a storm. Nobody died, thank God, but 3 people were injured. The investigation found structural deficiencies. My work, Tariq's blood went cold. The lawsuits destroyed me. I lost everything. My reputation, my savings. Almost lost my business. But you survived, Tariq said. Barely. It took me 15 years to rebuild my name. 15 years to get clients to trust me again. And you know what the worst part was? What? The $400,000 I made on that project? I spent $600,000 in legal fees, settlements, and lost business. Samir's voice got quieter. Tariq, that developer, I never saw him again. He sold the building and disappeared. But my name? My name was on that project forever. Tariq felt something shift in his chest. Here's what I learned, Samir continued. In business, you're not building projects. You're building a name. And your name is either an asset or a liability. There's no middle ground. He paused. Every project you take, you're making a choice. Am I adding value to my name, or am I borrowing against it? That rushed project, I borrowed against my name, and I spent 15 years paying it back. So what should I do? Tariq asked. Tell them the truth. Tell them you need 10 weeks to do it right. If they say no, walk away. But I need this money. You need your name more. Tariq hung up, sat in silence. Then he opened his laptop, wrote an email to Tariq. Tariq, thank you for the opportunity. After reviewing the scope, I can deliver a high-quality, secure, fully tested platform in 12 weeks. I cannot do it in 8 weeks without compromising quality and security. If the timeline is flexible, I'd love to work with you. If not, I understand, and I wish you the best. His finger hovered over send, $52,000. Versus his name, he hit send. Within an hour, Tariq replied, Tariq, we appreciate your honesty, but we can't move the timeline. We'll go with another developer. Good luck. Tariq stared at the email. He'd just turned down $52,000. He felt sick. For 3 days, Tariq questioned everything. Had he made the right choice? Was his uncle right? Or had he just destroyed his only chance to save his business? On day 4, he got a LinkedIn message from a woman named Nadia. She ran a mid-sized retail company. Hi Tariq, I was referred to you by Tariq at NutraVibe. He said you turned down their project because you wouldn't compromise on timeline and quality. That's exactly the kind of developer I'm looking for. We have a project, proper budget, realistic timeline. Interested? Tariq read it twice. Tariq had referred him, the same Tariq who'd gone with someone else. He called Nadia. They talked for an hour. The project, a custom retail management system. Timeline, 14 weeks. Budget, $68,000. We've worked with 3 developers before you, Nadia said. All of them promised fast delivery. All of them cut corners. All of them delivered systems that broke within months. We're done with that. We want someone who'll do it right, even if it takes longer. Tariq took the project. 14 weeks later, he delivered a system that worked perfectly. No bugs, no crashes, clean code. Nadia was thrilled. She referred him to 2 other companies. 6 months after turning down NutraVibe, Tariq had 3 major clients. Revenue,
$180,000 for the year. He hired 2 more developers, moved into a real office, and then he got a call from Derek. Tariq, it's Derek from NutraVibe. We need to talk. What's up? The developer we hired. The platform crashed on Black Friday. We lost $300,000 in sales. Our customers are furious. We're rebuilding from scratch. Derek paused. I need someone I can trust. Can you help us? Tariq could have said no, could have reminded Derek that he'd warned him, but he didn't. I can help, but we do it right this time. 16 weeks, proper testing, no shortcuts. Done. Whatever you need. That project led to a long-term retainer, $15,000 per month. 2 years after turning down $52,000, Tariq's agency was generating $450,000 annually. He called his uncle. You were right. My name was worth more than the money. Samir laughed. I'm glad you figured it out before it cost you 15 years like it cost me. Here's what Tariq learned, and what you need to hear. Lesson 1. Every project is a deposit or a withdrawal from your reputation account. When you do quality work, even when it's hard, you deposit. When you cut corners, even when nobody sees, you withdraw. And unlike a bank account, reputation bankruptcy is almost impossible to recover from. Lesson 2. The people who pressure you to compromise will disappear. Your name stays forever. Derek moved on. The project failed, but if Tariq had built that broken system, his name would have been attached to it forever. Lesson 3. The right clients value quality over speed. Nadia didn't want fast. She wanted right. Those are the clients who pay well, refer others, and build long-term relationships. So here's my challenge to you. Right now, you might be facing a choice. A client asking you to rush, a partner asking you to cut corners, an opportunity that requires you to compromise. Ask yourself one question. Am I depositing or withdrawing from my name? If it's a withdrawal, walk away, no matter how much money is on the table, because your name is the only asset that compounds forever, and the only asset you can destroy in a single decision. Tariq turned down $52,000. 2 years later, that decision was worth $450,000. What decision will you make today that your future self will thank you for? Your name is watching. Make it proud.